Okay, weekly recap number 25, I believe, which is kind of wild, but a quarter of the way to 100, which honest to God is probably going to happen because I don't see myself not doing this. I like doing weekly recap. So, this week, as I said in the Monday video, if you haven't seen it, even though this video comes out Friday, so that you probably might have, I don't know. The ideas were artifacts, money ley lines. We're doing money ley lines because I feel like I really want to avoid artifacts for right now. I just am not interested in worrying about artifacts at the moment. I would much rather do something else. And I've never done money. Realistically, books would technically be more efficient and more useful, but I have 730 of them. I think we're good right now. So I'm gonna do some money because even though I do have $10 million, I would like more money. We get the billionaire mindset. So we're just gonna do money ley lines. That's all we're gonna do, and then we're gonna do the other thing that we have to do, reputation. That I always forget what that word is. I think the past like 3 weekly recaps have had me wonder what reputation is. 5.6 is in a day and an hour, 25 hours. I have yet to pre-install. I'm going to do that after I'm done with recording because I kind of need to play the game in order to record. So I'm going to be doing that after. I have been heavily considering it, and I think Effie, I might try to get Effie. I don't know if that's a bad idea. I don't think it is, because I mean, like she's going to be incredibly useful for incredibly good for Nubalet specifically. Actually, it's not good at the moment, but I don't know. I have no idea why either. I don't particularly care. This is also another reason. These are easy. I can pick everything up. There we go. So Effie is going to be very good for Nuvalet, and I like Nuvalet, but Effie is also going to be useful for other things too. Uh, just involving Hydro and Cryo. And you know me, I really want to begin using Cryo characters more often than I have, because I like the reactions that Cryo has. And I don't really have a reason to do it now except for melt stuff, and I don't really want to do like overpowered melt stuff, and I'm talking like Malvika type melt stuff. But so she'd be useful for that, and I don't know if I'm going to. Well, one, I don't have enough wishes to guarantee, right? I don't. So right now I have about enough to get up to pity once. So I literally don't know if that's possible. Like, it might be, because I have so much exploration I can do that it's not necessarily impossible, but I don't know if I'd want to do it, so that's one thing, right? I don't know if it's physically possible for me to get Effie, especially with how few wishes are coming out next patch, from what I've heard. So yeah, I don't know. I do think I'm gonna try to go for Effie anyway. I think she'll be incredibly useful. I need more buffers anyway. That's like where oh my god, this fighting location sucks. Why are we on the coast? This is so bad. There we go, finally. So yeah, I think that Effie, I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'm going to guarantee, but I think we're gonna try at finally getting my thought out after 6 minutes of trying. Other than that, I don't really think anything else is interesting is happening. Obviously, new Archon Quest, maybe stream it. Honestly, that'd probably be good. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know, depends on what I can do. All right, on to Fontaine for the other thing that we need to do. Also, Navia's rerunning with Effie, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever played any time Navia has been on banner. I don't think I have. I'm not interested in Navia. I do think having a Geo DPS would be fun, but I'm not very interested in Navia specifically. So, and I'm hoping we get some good events next patch, because events are really the lifeblood of the
Look at the
longevity of
clocks.
this game. I would say like events are what keep people coming back every week or so, you know. So I do hope we get some good ones. This rhythm ball was not good. Is rhythm ball still here? It is. Rhythm ball was not good. I played what's the game called? Kingdom Come Deliverance, because heard the second. I've been hearing a lot that the second game is. How do I get in there? I've been hearing that the second game is really good, so I played the first game. I have tried multiple times to play the first. How do I fucking like actually what the hell am I supposed to do? You know, I'm just gonna land and follow the guiding golden light so I can see where the hell I'm supposed to go. So I've been hearing obviously that the second game is really good, so
Stronger.
I'm playing the first game, and I've tried multiple times to play Kingdom Come Deliverance, KCD, and I just could never really get into it. But I'm gonna keep trying. Obviously, it took me like 4 hours to get out of the tutorial. Have I ever been in this building? I literally don't think I've ever been in this building. What the what the fuck is this? Um, so that's been interesting. I was gonna say I haven't really been reading anything, but that is just a lie. I have been reading random ass shit that I searched for. Like I just searched keywords because I have none of the stuff that I have bookmarked. Like all the stuff that I've bookmarked, I'm all caught up on. All my stuff I usually read, I've read, and I don't want to reread anything because I just spent a lot of time rereading stuff recently. So I just search keywords. I'm reading a bunch of random ass shit. That a lot of it's most of it's been pretty good. It's not horrible, but a lot of it's been not great. So yeah, I have no idea what 5.6 is going to be. All I know is that it's an interlude Archon quest with the Mondstadt characters. I don't know anything else really. I tend to stay away from game news for stuff I'm incredibly interested in. It's just what I've become started to do. The way this started was I think Spider-Man, maybe the Spider-Man games, or like God of War. Like God of War Ragnarok, I still know nothing
Strike
about
again.
because I loved God of War 2018,
Steer
and
clear of other people.
I would like to play Ragnarok myself. I just have not gone around to it, so I know basically nothing. And I take that same approach with Genshin. I try to stay away from news because like to
Justice
I
deserves
like to
one.
discover stuff myself when I play games. So I like to stay away from news most of the part. All I know about in Genshin is I keep up to date with characters that are releasing. That's really it. Like basically, I use the only news source for Genshin I use is the notification tab, and then some videos that I see. But like, oh yeah, these banners are out. I forgot. Layla, Aurora, and Aoife. Not too bad. I'd be interested in Aoife and Aurora constellations. That's about it. Um, you
Strength
know,
is one of
but
those
I
things where you
usually
gotta
use
use it or lose it.
the notification
So,
tab in
wanna
Genshin
train with me
and
sometime?
a couple creators that I watch. Like I would not have known Escoffier was coming out if it wasn't for Java's video on her. So yeah, I haven't really been doing much gaming, I guess. Nothing else has really been. No other games have really been that interesting. Doom, the Dark Ages comes out in 9 days, which is kind of cool. I'm more interested in Elden Ring Night Rain that comes out later down the month. Personally, but that's because I'm a big Elden Ring fan. It is my favorite game of all time. So, you know. Anyway, that's Monday. I'll see you Tuesday. Okay, it is Tuesday. We're back. Yeah. I've got 160 resin to spend and we're gonna do it on money. We have like 3 hours until the banners go away. I think it's like 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. 3:45. 3 hours 45 minutes until these banners are gone. Goodbye, my son. So that's cool. I was really hoping like that's the one of the problems with how I do weekly recap is because resin refreshes typically kind of late at night or not late, but later in the
Ad
day, like
Astra.
past noon typically. And
Thank you for
like even
completing
now I don't
today's
have max resin,
commissions.
right? I would have to wait another 5 hours
Ad
to do that.
Astra.
And I'm not doing that. So sometimes on days like the update, I kind of worried that it'll reset and I won't be able to do the thing, but we're good. Thank God. Never missed one. Um, so yeah, uh, I'm I've been thinking maybe I just go up to pity on Escoffier in fucking the 5.6 video just to kind of do it because like I might get her or I might lose a 50-50, right? And at that point I would probably, I don't know if I would go for her, but I have no idea because I would like Escoffier and the 4 stars are pretty solid. Oh, in all honesty, it is Aoife, Auroron, Layla, I believe. I think I talked about that yesterday, or I showed the banners off yesterday, so you probably saw that. But it's Layla, Auroron, Aoife, and those are pretty solid. None of them are C6, and obviously I don't have Aoife, so the 4 stars are pretty good. Considering I use Auroron, it might be worth it to pull for Auroron, like or do pulls so I can try to get Auroron constellation too. You know, and then if I do pull um Escoffier, by the way, I'm probably going to call Escoffier Effi. I don't know where I got that from, and I don't know if that's even in reference to Escoffier, but that's just what I think. I think you could realistically call her that. So I might end up I might do that occasionally, but just know I'm talking about Escoffier. Um, so yeah, I lost my train of thought because I started rambling. Um, but yeah, so I might pull for Effie. I think the only other character at the moment I really want, like that's already been released that I want on a rerun, is Sitlali, and I think like I think there's an argument to if I'm going to get Sitlali anyway, or at least try to get, if I want Sitlali anyway, like I think there's an argument to pull for Disco anyway. And she'll buff Nuvolet, and I've wanted to do cryo stuff all the time. So I think she's just a worthwhile character to pull. And then if I end up getting a Escoffier, I can switch this weekly recap around. Wednesday, Thursday can be some Escoffier farming, and then the next week will probably be more. Um, so yeah, I don't know like what Effie's build, like what she scales with or anything. I think I think if I end up getting her, I think I'm gonna try to build her myself and not try to use a guide because I don't really do that. I don't usually use a guide. Like I don't copy somebody's build exactly. Obviously, you can't do that with artifacts. But I tend to look at KQM or something and get a general, like you choose a weapon that I have to use on the character, choose an artifact set I want to use, know the order for leveling talents, right? I tend to do that. So I think building Effie, I don't want to do that. I'm pretty sure she's a polearm character, so that might be a little bit of a problem because I don't have very many polearms. So I don't particularly have any options for that. I could always put Yonson on the movement weapon. We look here. Like I have Yonson on 5 lance. I could always put her on this, right? There's no, I don't need to, like I could always stick her on this, right? It's the same general substat, and it also increases attack, but it'll be good for a Yonson, right? And that's not too bad. And I could always stick Effie on this if I need it, but I don't have very many lances and things in the lance department. I could steal the catch, I guess. I don't think anything else is really going to be good. I have like 8 million Dragon's Manes. So yeah, I could always level this weapon. It's not that big of a deal. And this will be R5. I have the stuff for it. I just haven't done it. So I don't know. I think Effie is a one. I actually don't know. I think she is though. But yeah, I think that might happen. I might pull for her tomorrow. I will make my, or today technically, win the thing. You know what I mean? So yeah. That's what's happening later today. I can yap about my day. I was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance last night, and the game. So what happened was I had just done a quest and got my first longsword, and longsword is a hand and a half sword, so you can fit your a hand and a half on its hilt. You use it with typically both hands, but you can use it with one if you need to, and all that. And so I just got it, and that's the weapon I wanted to use. So that's the cool. I like those weapons. And then I went to do some training with this guy who trains you, and then the game decided to delete my sword, even though I struggled for like 30 minutes to get it. So that really, I that made me, oh my god, I got so like just annoyed at the game that I uninstalled it. So I just finished reinstalling because I actually want to keep playing. I think I'm gonna restart though, start all the way over, and Oh, I just watched a Saluna video that came out today, Tuesday. And he did HP Arlecchino, built HP on Arlecchino, and yeah, it was so fun because Arlecchino is that strong. I do think that Arlecchino is one of the characters I wouldn't mind getting. I personally think I'd choose Hu Tao just because I think Hu Tao would be more challenging to play, should I say, because Arlecchino is so freaking busted that you don't particularly need to. Once you get a good team and some okay solid builds, right, then you're really good. Enough about me, enough rambling. That was Tuesday. I will see you Wednesday. 5.6 is tonight. Hopefully it's freaking good. It's Wednesday. If you haven't seen the video that went out today, so we're gonna pivot to farming her stuff. I don't have a plan as of now as what to give her. I don't know what would really work with her. I'm thinking of giving her a Fab Lance and then leveling this for Eon-san, because I mean Eon-san can just use that. Eon-san's energy I think will be a little bit of a struggle, but it should be fine. It'll just be a little different to play her, or I could give somebody to catch too, because Zhongling doesn't particularly use that. And then I plan on putting Golden Troop on her, but I want to farm boss stuff first, so we're gonna do that. I have fought the boss in the Wednesday video if you haven't seen it, so I know how to fight the boss. I like this boss. I don't think this boss is bad in any way. It is better than the pillar guy too. I did when I fought him. The rest of the team did a little bit better. So we're just gonna use this and we're just gonna fight him. So yeah, the Wednesday, the 5.6 video was kind of wild. I ended up getting the like when you lose the 50-50 but the game lets you win type thing. That's what I ended up getting. I forget what it's called, but boom, perfect. Yeah, this boss is very easy. So we're just gonna do this, and then I plan on doing her yeah, let's go. I plan on doing her story quest maybe later today, so I can get more stuff for free. I need to gather the shells you need for her and all that. I did manage to kill it when I first fought this thing. I managed to kill it before I did any damage to it, or before it got into its phase where it does the weird spinny attack. So it does recommend you bring cryo here, because cryo can slow down the spin, but it's honestly not that important. You can just kind of ignore that mechanic altogether if you can do enough damage to the boss. So that's the way I go about it.
Let's ride. Try and stop me. Pyroclastic surge. Hands where
There we go. All right, that was 3, and then 2 more, and then oh, big. That's nice. That's actually really good. I don't know who for, because I'm not building a Hydra character, but that'll be good for future things. Yeah, I do really think maybe we go catch on Al. I think maybe we go catch on Escoffier, because like Eon-san with the Fab Lance is she does so much, she gets so much energy back that is really consistent, and I kind of like it like that. And I'm afraid that if I take that away, I'll have to test it, obviously. Probably going to level that weapon anyway, just because I want to test it and see how bad it is, because I do think if I had a second Fab Lance, I think that'd be the perfect the best case scenario, but I don't. I only have one. And it's also
Stronger.
the
Let's burn it down.
it's also the reason why I don't think building Rosaria for
Justice o'clock.
this building Rosaria as the second one is going to be an amazing option,
Coach will take it from here. Quick as a flash.
because I don't have very many pole arms. So
Try it. Justice will prevail. Stop right there. Why me? It's justice o'clock.
there we go. And that should be the last one. Yeah, it's just my pole arm situation is really bad. So I can't actually I don't think putting Rosaria on this team would be, or on the team with, you know, I don't think building Rosaria would be good because I just don't have the pole arms to support Rosaria. If I do 2 cryo units, there should be enough particles to get stuff back, right? It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh, and if you're also curious about Aoife, I did get him too. I got him C1. I do want to build him. I really like Aoife.
Huh?
I find him very cool, and I would like to build him. The only thing that's gonna hold back is I don't have C6 Farzan, and that's really what you need to make, you know, anima DPSs go. So that'll be a bit of a problem, but it should be fine. Anyway, let's level. I forgot that that's why I came in here. I want to obviously get her to at least 80, but I don't think I have the collected resources to do that. But in my opinion, level comes first. Character level is always the most important thing for me personally. It's just what I prefer to start out with. Yep, and then we're done. Yeah, I can craft a bunch of these. So that's not a problem. And then boss materials, and then the collected resources. These can be crafted a lot, but I need a lot of these. So yeah, that is Escoffier, and then obviously still need to look at weapons and everything like that. But I think that'll be saved for later. I think we're going to be working on Escoffier for the foreseeable future. Like tomorrow, we're going to be doing Escoffier. I will be getting 6 things. How many do I need? I got 1 and then an extra 5. So we honestly probably won't spend all our resin tomorrow if I do the... Dude, shut up. I probably won't spend all the resin tomorrow if I do the story quest, but it doesn't really matter at the moment. Bing, bop. Ooh, free fragile resin. That's good. I could have done a normal video, but I had no plans to do one. If I had, I would have been recording already. Like I would have pre-farmed and everything for the video. But so it's just another weekly recap building. Anyway, that is Wednesday. I will see you Thursday. It's Thursday. We're doing Escoffier stuff still, of course. I've been using this team recently, Escoffier Rosario Frida Nouvellette. It's been actually pretty good. It's been pretty fun, especially considering Escoffier is only level 70 and Rosario is level 40. But I've done a little bit of equipping with these characters. So I have Escoffier on 5 Lance just because the only other one I think that would make sense would be the catch, but I don't think the elemental burst damage and crit rate are really needed by Escoffier because her burst doesn't do too much. So I have this, which I feel like is fine, especially considering her off-field thing shooting should still trigger crit hits. It realistically should. So I just have her on this, and that means that I leveled this thing for Yansan. So yeah, and I R5 did, of course. And then Rosaria is on the catch, like I said, because I feel like this additional I feel like this sub effect is going to would be more useful. I could put her on here, but I don't think she really needs that, and I'd rather put her on ER. She is having a little bit of energy problems, but I think that's just inexperience, and her ER is not very high at the moment. I don't think. I mean, it's 163, but Escoffier is on this whack ass golden troop build that I have, so it's got like some stuff. This is a crazy guy who Sans. It's got nothing too terrible, and it even rolled into crit rate. So I'm having her on that. This is my terrible cryo damage bonus, and then my terrible crit rate circlet. This could realistically be a crit damage circlet if I can get more crit rate from other places, but I haven't, and I haven't like leveled a lot of these yet. Like this one hasn't been leveled. Some of these were pre-leveled. I leveled some of them, but yeah. So she's sitting at 6355, which is not amazing, but it's also not horrible for her, right? Um, and then talents I've gone up to 4 and 2 because I hadn't taken her up too high yet. So yeah, that's her. And then Rosaria is at level 40. I've got her on right now. I have her on Emblem because I just feel like Emblem makes Emblem is a little easier for me to get my hands on than Noblesse is. Even though I have more Noblesse pieces, my Emblem pieces tend to be a little bit better. So I could put her on Noblesse. I don't really. This is ER, and then it increases your burst damage based off your ER, right? Um, and then this is increases burst damage. Using it elemental burst raises attack, which is actually good. Honestly, yeah, Noblesse is actually probably better because raising attack on Escoffier is probably going to be a little bit better. So I'll have to relook at that. But I have her on that right now just because ER. I like ER. And then her talents have not gone up at all. And this team has been pretty fine, but I think that's because Farina and Nugalet are on it, and they're like two of the strongest characters in the video game. So, yeah, we're going to go over here. I actually played this game quite a lot yesterday. I did a lot of the story quests. I did the Escoffier's story quest for her free stuff. Then I did Shiori and Arlecchino's as well. So we're down to 4. And then I also did the Flower Feather Clan thing, which was actually really good. I liked it. I will say Arlecchino's story quest is definitely one of the best story quests I've done because it actually like pertains to the character in a lot of ways, and that's really important. A lot of story quests don't really focus on the character themselves, so that's really weird. But
Let my name echo in song. Punishment. You can't run.
Let the mighty be humble.
yeah, I've been playing it like that. I don't know if that's realistically the best thing, but also like Rosaria is only level 40, so this is some good damage for a level 40 character.
Strike a pose. Time to shine. Lights out.
The tides beckon.
And because I have cryo characters, I could probably kill it in this phase. Yeah, there we go. See, not too bad. I'm liking this game, and I am considering maybe building 2 drops. That's not good. We need 7 drops, by the way. Ooh, that is good. We need 7 drops, by the way. So if we get 2 and then 3, we'll be fine. I forget. I don't have to teleport away. Actually, I have been considering maybe Layla would technically be a little bit better.
Let my name echo in song. Pinnacle of excellence. A dash of frosting. Judgment.
I think maybe Layla would be a little bit. Maybe Layla could be better. Just considering Layla is shield and shield good. So that might be a thing. I might just build her anyway. Ooh, that is a new move. I've not seen the move before. I might just build Layla anyway. I'm gonna be honest. I might just build the 3 of them. I think that would make sense. Defense percent. Screw you. Okay, if we get 2 more or 3 more, so we're done with this one, which is good. So yeah, I do think that just Layla or
Off to the freezer. Lights out.
Bow your head.
getting. I think Layla could definitely work on this team, especially because she does off-field cryo too with her reversed. I don't know. Well, I guess Rosaria does that too. I don't know. I'm sticking with Rosaria for now. I just think she's got the higher damage potential. So what do we get here? 3. Cool. Eh. A great artifact. Okay, we're done with that. So let's quickly go murder Rosaria's thing, which is actually all the way over here. Yeah, I have to fight I have to fight the cryo flower. I don't know if this team's probably not gonna do very good against him. I don't freaking care. I can probably just kind of murder it. It's the cryo flower. I have not had to fight this. Like I fight this thing a, a little often just because
Let the world collide!
I'm weird like that.
Ugh. The punishment!
Let the mighty be
Um,
humbled.
Well, like, yeah, I've not actually played this thing stuff in so long. So that's very funny. But I do have to grind this to get Rosario up there. Attack crit rate, that's actually not bad. Yeah, 3. Cool. So let's go back to Fontaine. I sadly can't use Mossad. I don't want to accidentally trigger the quest by going there and doing this stuff there. So I just hang out I'm just hanging out in Fontaine now. It's like I've been evicted from my house. I'm like homeless.
Add Astro.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you for
actually played this game quite a lot. I did quite a few stories.
Add Astro.
It was fun. I needed to sit down and do them anyway, and I got into a groove because I did Escoffier's for the free stuff that you get for doing it in the patch, and after that, I just wanted to. Ooh, I'm glad. I just wanted to, yeah. See, I did this to get all this stuff, and after that, I had like not really anything else to do because I really wanted to grind last night, but I didn't have any resin. So I have fragile resin, but I didn't want to spend it on this. So now, yeah, Escoffier can be ascended. Cool. I do want to take her to. I'm just gonna auto add. I do want to take her to 90, but I don't think I have enough of these. But these are gonna be a problem because I need to level. I also need to level the other character, so I need to get onto cryo boss farming or just like farming a boss. Uh, but she's level 80 now, which is good. That's the baseline where I have to get him. I would like to start, consistently leveling my characters to. Man, I'm almost out of these, aren't I? I like to consistently start leveling my characters consistently to 90. Just because I still have a bunch of level 80 characters that I need to take up there. But now Rosario is level 50. So let's look at talents. I can take talents up a little bit more now. Take her skill. And she takes this. Okay, yeah. I expected that. If you have any better recommendations, weapon recommendations, because I don't know what would technically be better. I have her on Fab, of course, but if you think one of these could be better, let me know. I can switch it. And I also have white tassel in this thing. I doubt these are going to be good. Anyway, that's Thursday. I'll see you Friday. Okay, it's Friday. I just saw Whirling Waltz is ready. The big main event for this patch or this half of it. I don't know how, that stacked up. But I'm going to save that for Monday. I think that's going to be the Monday video. I'm going to wait a couple days to actually get some more content in it. And then we'll do that. Weekly bosses, of course. We're definitely doing Natlands. I need to do it for Escoffier. And anyway, I have a bunch of characters who kind of need this, so we'll do it. I did get a comment on the I'm assuming it was the 5.6 video, but saying I should level Layla instead, and I think I'm just gonna do both. I think I'm gonna level both Layla and Rosario. I don't know who else really needs weekly boss materials, especially I don't know like what Rosario needs or anything. Dvalin, I think we'll do Dvalin, and maybe the Narwhal or something. Oh, 3. Wow. And a dream solvent. All right, let's go fight the Narwhal. I want to do it with my weird cryo freeze setup. I think it'd be funny. So let's see. Okay, yeah. I'm kind of surprised Escoffier doesn't take the Narwhal stuff. I don't understand why they do. I don't understand why they make characters that aren't from a nation use that nation's weekly boss. That doesn't even make sense. Pause the action. Layla. Layla's the it's the Elm. Okay. I don't know, I'll probably do Layla too. I think she'll be good. I have her on this now. I don't know if this is gonna be useful, mainly because I don't know if this is applied to only Layla or another character. So if this is applied to another character, this is definitely being used. That'd be pretty good for Neuvillette. You know, when shield with shield up time. I don't know. I think we're gonna do Layla after Rosario. Well, I don't know. The other teams never killed them like that, so maybe this is just stronger at the moment. All right, final one. 2 drops. Nothing else. All right. Back to go farm Rosario's boss. I am interested in making, even though it won't get the full buff. I think Escoffier with Aoife and Xingqiu and somebody else maybe would add somebody else who I don't know. Anyway, we're really weak. I think we're pretty much done. I don't think there's anything else I can really do. I only have 30 resin, so I can't really do much. I could do a single artifact run, but I don't want to do that. Are these on Friday? They are. I could do one of those. But I don't particularly think it matters at the moment. So yeah, I think Monday is going to be the whirling wind, whatever, the whirling waltz. I think this will be for Monday, and then I think Wednesday is either going to be something. If I come up with something, it'll be that. But if I don't, I think we're gonna do the Arkham quest because I really want to do the Arkham quest. So, you know, um, that might be a little on the longer side, considering how much is necessary to keep in and everything like that. And then weekly recap is probably just going to be continuing to farm for Rosaria, get her up there. Um, when we finish this, I think we'll switch over to farming for Layla, and um, obviously I need to do talents. So I think we'll do talents on the days that talents are around. And I'll try to level talents as high as they can go before then. But I think talents are definitely going to be, useful. So I want to get them to it. I want to get the useful talents to at least 8. I think is where I want to get. So I want to get her up to 8, and I want to get her first to 8. I think. That's typically where I get the useful talents. So yeah, this weekly recap. I'll see you next week for those things that I just mentioned. I'll see you then. Goodbye.